I can already tell as a person who played a lot of Batman Arkham games, I can already tell the difference. I played it back to back to back.
Anymore?
Sorry, there was a loud noise. I was wondering what that was. I had to check it. All right, we're good. But as I was saying, I can already tell the difference. I played Arkham over and over and over again. Yeah, I mean, it's and the crazy thing is, how long was this? 9 years ago. Arkham Knight, bro. Yeah, as a huge Batman fan, I mean, Batman's number one on my list in any category. Yeah. Oh, hold up, I'm covering it. First off, we know. Look at the graphic detail, and I mean, I gotta point this out too. I'll get to it in a second. You know the detail of that, right? Now, I gotta get to a certain thing. I'm gonna put my 2 cents on this, and I have a question. And I have to put my 2 cents on this. My opinion. Why is it criminal to make female characters sexy? Why is that criminal? I always wonder why. Like, I know some people was like, well, there's some weirdos out there. There's gonna be weirdos in everything. And first off, let me make this clear too. Just because a person finds a individual sexy doesn't make them weirdos. But outside of that, I know there are some weirdos out there. But regardless if you make Harley Quinn like this or like this, they're going to have their imagination. But back to the main question: what is wrong with a lady looking like Harley Quinn over there? What's wrong with that? You could tell the huge difference between one and the other. I never understood that. First off, I'll say that I don't need it to play a video game. I'm going to enjoy the game. I don't play the game for Harley Quinn to look like that. But I'm not unknowledgeable that she was always looked at as a sexy figure like Poison Ivy and stuff like that, Catwoman and all that. And not even just Batman, but other games. Like when I played Mortal Kombat 11, I remember there was something that annoyed me, and if correct me if I'm wrong, but allegedly there was news that came out that said we didn't want to sexualize the women in Mortal Kombat. And first off, let me call out that's hypocrisy one, because you say that but then have the men half naked. You know, and then two, your Mortal Kombat, you already go against the grain with the vibes. That's how you got big, because you went against the grain of these people who want these certain standards all the time. And it was like, why not? Why not? Now, is it going to make or break me buying the game? No, that's just me. I don't really care. But it still is weird, and it makes me ask that question, like, what? And then, there's a lot of people that was like, well, because the men out here, this, and that. Okay, so only the women can enjoy the one side of the half-naked men? And us men have to, I ain't going to say suffer. Well, I don't know how I don't want to categorized as y'all suffering or have to deal or just have to be punished because you don't want weirdos out there saying stuff. You got men half naked on Mortal Kombat and other games, but the women are all covered and don't look attractive, and like Harley Quinn over there on Arkham, that's, we can't have that. And you know what's funny? They always point at the guys, and I'm not gonna make this a women versus man thing. I'm tired of those conversations. But this has to be said. It's funny that men are getting pointed at with this stuff, and they don't listen to the lesbians. They forget that lesbians like girls too. They like girls looking like that the same way we do, but the men get criminalized for it. I know some lesbians that's like, look, I want to see Harley Quinn, and I'm just Harley Quinn as an example. I want to see Harley Quinn look like that, And there's some just straight women that's like, look, we're getting men that's half naked. It's okay if the women want to look sexy too. And then some of them look at it as a way of, you know what? I want my body to look like that. Let me work out so I can look like Harley Quinn over there on the left, instead of my body looks like Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. Let me have her look like Arkham City. I do that. Well, I used to do that. When I see Dragon Ball Z or Batman or stuff like that, I'm like, dang, I want to look like that. It's something to aspire to. Women can't aspire to nothing. They got to aspire to wearing turtlenecks and not looking at all sexy. That's what they got to aspire to. It's funny how they're trying to send a message, and it's messing up the bigger message, which is you're catering to a small group of people, while the majority, male, lesbians, if straight females, you're shunning us. And I don't even think they realize that. Anyway, I just wanted to ask that question, like, what's wrong with that? And two, that was my little 2 cents in, is that you're very hypocritical with it as well, because in your games you have the men have, t-shirts and arms out, muscles and all that stuff, and in the same breath and in the same action you clothe the women like you're ashamed of their bodies. Don't like it. I never understood. I'm not gonna. This is not what this video is for. But just seeing the difference between these Harley Quinns, if that question that did hit my mind, it's like, is there a problem? Anyway, continue it on. But like, you can tell that just how Harley Quinn is walking. Like, it's like, oh, we can't have Harley Quinn shake her butt. We can't do that. We can't have her. It's not even her shaking her butt. It's her walking. But if you have it like that, it's how you walk. You know.
I can swing it.
It was just the hypocrisy in that. But anyway, back to this. But yeah, I wanted to check this video because someone told me I should check it out as a huge Batman Arkham fan. And no, I'm not buying Suicide Squad. I refuse to play a game where they're... Yeah, it's a... I mean... I knew it from the get-go. I saw some gameplay before, and I'm like, man, they toned it down. This is 9 years ago, and this looks like next gen. This looks like next gen. But they made that same... They did that same thing with Gotham Knights. Aren't they still in 30 FPS? You know, do you see the gameplay? Yeah, I mean... It's alright. That is detailed. That's detailed right there. Yeah, I mean... Like, the sounds of everything, the rain... Wait.
When I was working, some nerd in my ear telling me they were in the mainframe or whatever.
They'd breach the firewall.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me say this too. I am not playing Suicide Squad for multiple reasons. One, as a huge Batman fan, and as a huge Kevin Conroy fan. I was blessed to meet him before he passed. Well, when he was at Comic-Con, and I had started the video where he said, "I am Avengers, I am the Knight, I am Batman." That was so cool. And the guy who played Batman Beyond was there. But as a huge fan of both Kevin Conroy and Batman in general, I'm that fan where I don't think nobody can be Batman. You can say I'm a delusional fan. Sure, I'll take it. I'm guilty. I'm that fan though. I love everything, almost everything about Batman, exclude Batman and Robin, the movie. But yeah, and to see what they did to Batman, just to Justice League in general, but how I saw the clip of how Batman dies. Oh, that left what a way to say goodbye to Kevin Conroy, right? It's like, really? I was so glad. I just heard just recently that there's 2 other projects that Kevin Conroy is a part of. I hope they did them right there, because I thought the Suicide Squad was his last one. But even then, it's still like, y'all really are trying to embarrass the characters that make y'all a lot of money. Batman makes DC WB a lot of money, and this is how you treat them. And here's another thing, because I know there's been comics of Batman dying and whatever. Most of them didn't really succeed, so let's make that clear. It's not like this hasn't happened before, but it's not like a lot of them haven't succeeded either. But the point is, it's not much of him dying. It's how it happened. Hold on. It's how it happened and the timing. First off, you already killed Batman. Spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler alert, you're going to hear something if you didn't play this game. If you didn't play Gotham Knights, you're going to get spoiled. You killed him twice in Gotham Knight. The beginning, and then when you think he's dead, you find out he's not dead, and then he dies again. That was literally, what, 2 years ago? Less than 2 years ago? Something like that. When did Gotham Knights come out? Not that long ago. So you already did it. It didn't do well. The game, it didn't do well. I know it was a lot of other things that was the problem. But as a main, that was something you tried. The game failed. DC, y'all need Batman. So I don't know what this fantasy is of killing him. But anyway, back to the point. Y'all did it already. And when Gotham Knights came out, y'all was in the process of making Suicide Squad. Y'all didn't see the backlash I got from that? Y'all said, let's do it again. And let's even make it worse. Let's make it worse. Let's have that moment. Oh man, that the way it happened, bro, that was such. And then you just see his dying body there with his legs up. Like, I don't know who's in those offices. It seems like DC and WB hired people that lied and said, oh, we're fans of Batman. And then as soon as they got the job behind the scenes, they're like, we're going to crap on Batman for Marvel's sake. Actually, I'm not going to crap on Marvel. I'm not going to do that. But you know what I mean when I say it. There are certain fans of something else that there's so much of that fan that they hate the other side. Like me, I love Batman, but I love Marvel. I'm never going to crap on Marvel. But there are people that will do that. But it seems like that's who they hire. Someone who hates the franchise. Some people said, and again, I hate this man versus woman thing. Some people said there's people in these games and entertainment industries that hate men so much they want to trash them all and shine on the women as if they wasn't getting the shine already. I don't understand what's this thing about what these people are like, these women never got the shine. Yes, they've been getting shine for a while. But I heard that the way they killed the men in killed the Justice League was terrible. And then Wonder Woman gets a great send-off. Even her bio was great, while like Jon Stewart's was Green Lantern's was terrible. Stuff like that. And with Harley Quinn. And this is another thing. Speaking of Harley Quinn, and this is my last point of Harley Quinn. What is this fantasy of making Harley Quinn the face of DC? And when I say that, I'm not saying they said that directly, but you see how they've been making Harley Quinn in the last 10 years? I love Harley Quinn, by the way. Love Harley Quinn. But she is a villain. She has moments of being good too. But here are my words. Moments. But she's on Suicide Squad because she's a villain. She wants time off her sentence. This thing that DC has of trying to make her the face of DC in the movies and the two Suicide Squad movies and all this stuff. And you see how they're deteriorating from the actual real story of Harley Quinn. How she became Harley Quinn, the toxic relationship with her and Joker. It's like they're trying to push that aside and make Birds of Prey. They showed that little bit of Harley and Joker in the beginning of Birds of Prey, and then that was it. If you're going to make Harley Quinn, do it right. It's her as how she became Harley, her story in her toxic relationship with her and Joker. Is it a dark, hard thing? Yes, but the animated series did well with it. Did they go in full detail? No, but when you watch the Batman animated series, there's that one episode, y'all could remember if y'all watch, where basically Harley Quinn wanted Joker's approval, so she went and tried to kill Batman for herself, and she basically succeeded where Joker couldn't, and Joker got abusive, and it was hard to see, and Batman's always felt sorry for her, and good thing she got her payback on Joker later. But still, that's the relationship of like the comics and stuff like that. Granted, there were other stories like with her and Poison Ivy and stuff that happened, but it was in the back burner of what the true story of Harley Quinn was. Someone who was who felt like she was nothing, and one of the craziest people in the world makes her feel worthy of something. So she gets into a toxic relationship. Batman tries his best to get her out of it, but she's so warped in it. And that's y'all know what I'm getting at. Y'all can read. I don't want to make this too long, but that was the main story of Harley Quinn. Now it's like a whole different person. It's like they trying to make her a superhero, and she had moments, but it's like the face of DC and how she's the one who points the gun at Batman's head and does that in the game. All this stuff, and it's like this is not Harley Quinn. This is not. I don't know why they're trying to make her the face of DC. And I don't know if y'all help me on that, because as much as I love and I hope that new Joker movie shows more, I want that real Harley Quinn story. The one that you grew up with, that you knew about, that the animated series did well on. Again, the animated series did well than what DC has been doing lately with her for the last 10 years. It's like if I see another Harley Quinn in something else where she's not the villain or somebody that's hurt trying to get out of that funk that she's in, instead they're trying to make her like she's part of the Justice League now. Again, for those who didn't hear me, I know there's moments, but hear me, moments where she becomes like a hero, has a moment of being a hero and helps Batman every now and then. Moments. But it's like they trying to erase everything of how she became Harley, the titles, all that stuff. They trying to erase all of that and give her this huge rising and crap on everybody else behind her. I don't understand. Maybe it is trying to crap on men again. I don't know. I hate talking about that stuff, but maybe that is the case. Anyway, you already killed Batman once. You want to do it again? In a matter of 2 years-ish, you killed Batman 3 times. That's an insult for a fan like me. That's an insult. And then the way you did it. I saw that clip. I was sick to my stomach. It's like, nah, bro. And for those who like the title says, and I never understood, but people don't, anyway, I'm going to be nice. The title was like, the title says kill the Justice League. You know that could just be the mission is kill the Justice League. It doesn't technically mean that the Justice League have to die. There's been other comics and cartoons where the superheroes are in like they're getting controlled or something happens. And actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna come back to this movie in a second. I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna make my point first. There's been situations to where they might have to kill the Justice League, but then something happens to where they snap out of it. It could have been like that. And here's another thing. Oh, so Wonder Woman gets saved, but what? So Batman has no help. The Superman and people can say you don't know the story. I don't need to know the story. It's a superhero. You can make a way. I'm glad. First, I love Wonder Woman. I was glad that it wasn't to everybody in the Justice League. I'm like, at least, actually, no, I heard she died too. Spoiler alert. But anyway, back to the Batman. You don't have to do that. And it just seems like, and this is why I would never purchase that game, as much as I was waiting for it too, to hear Kevin Conroy, and I was going to buy it in honor of him, because I thought that was his last project. But to buy that is basically to crap on Kevin Conroy's legacy. Not just Batman, but Kevin Conroy's legacy. That is wrong. And I refuse to support something like that. So yeah, that, man, sorry, that I had to get that out. Because the people was asking me. I didn't buy Gotham. I ain't play Gotham Knights. I bought it and then I returned it real quick while I could still return it to GameStop. Once I got spoiled with what happens, because I just knew. Y'all saw my reaction to Gotham Knights. I even said, I'm like, oh, they think he's dead, but he actually got captured by the Court of Owls, probably in some brain control, which this is what I was about to get to. This is how they could have done Gotham Knights. In a way. Do a little differently. But in this movie, spoiler alert, they think Batman is dead. So Nightwing takes the mantle and, gets Damian, Batwoman, and Batwing to help him. And Nightwing plays as Batman. Then they find out Batman's not dead. And he's just mind controlled. And it's something happens. It's a good movie. I would advise to watch it. Here's the movie again. Definitely go check it out. It's very good. They could have done Gotham Knights like that. But no, they was like, and I had hope when I first heard that he came back. I was like, oh, that's what I thought. But no, he comes back for him to die again. And I'm like, this is, as a person who loved the Arkham series, I was waiting for a new Batman game. We didn't get it. We got his teammates, which I was cool with. And I was like, and at the end, he's like, you don't play as Batman, but at the end, maybe he's like in the hospital recovering and he says he's proud of his team. Like, that's what I thought Gotham Knights was going to be. And it was not even close. It was a send-off to Batman. And I'm like, and I just knew it. I was like, and then there's going to be DLC where Batman, you can play as Batman. No, it was nothing of that. They could have done that way and got way more sales. And then in the same breath to still make Suicide Squad and have that ending? No, no. I will keep waiting. I will keep playing the old Arkham games. Oh, and that's another thing. You're going to insult me by saying this is in the Arkham universe? This game? No, that is an insult. I refuse to believe this is in the Arkham series. Arkham Knight is the ending until otherwise. So they make a new Arkham game. They better erase this game. And I'm saying because it's not going to do well. There's no way this movie does well. This game does well. There's no way. I'm not going to believe the lies on Twitter that's like, oh, it did. No, it did not. They was trying to do that for Gotham Knights. Oh, it did. No, it was not. And that's why it's on Game Pass right now. Have they yet put it to 60 FPS? Probably not. Anyway, no. But I refuse to believe that. It's like DC just keeps adding. We're going to insult the Batman fans. Just keep adding to it. Just keep adding to it. Just keep adding to it. And for those like you're past it, yes, this is how much I love Batman. And I was ready to support DC in both games. And I said, nope, no. You're not going to insult the character that makes you a lot of money. Why would you, first off, let's just make that clear. As a business, why would you want to kill off someone who makes you tons of money? Him and Superman makes them tons of money. Wonder Woman is there too, but it's mainly Batman and Superman. Mainly Batman makes DC a lot of money. And your thank you to Batman is let's kill him 3 times in 2 years? And man, sorry. Whew. Glad I got that out of my system. Anyway, I could keep talking about that, but let me know what y'all feel in the comments. Let's finish this up. This game disgusts me. It's like I don't like watching gameplay of it. I saw some when I was actually interested in buying it. Then I heard Joker was like DLC for later, and I was like, oh, this is good. No, it's not. You know what's the one, I'll let it play, keep playing. Because, I mean, come on. Yes, the gameplay looks better, graphically it looks better, all that stuff. But you know what's one thing that could possibly... What the heck is this? Like I said, this game disgusts me. But, you know what's one thing that could actually maybe redeem them? Is if, like how they did for Joker. Like, cause this DLC of Joker of this game is he's from Elseworld. Maybe it possibly could redeem him, maybe a little bit, is if there's an Elseworld DLC where the Justice League that died comes right back. They're just from a different universe. Maybe. And I don't even know if that's going to work because you still had that moment where Harley Quinn did to joke with Batman. Oh, I love that DLC too. Yes, this is how you do a Harley Quinn. See, how do you get from this to 9 years later? It just seems like laziness, bro. Like, you saw the fighting gameplay of Suicide Squad. The same character. And she looks good. For men, women, lesbian, all of us. Because I hate this thing of just aiming at the dudes. No, all of us. She looks good for all of us. Let's stop playing that card. That's crazy, bro. Wow, look at that dude. I'm not surprised, but it's still shameful when you see that. It's like, bro, really? Really? Like, 9 years ago? That's crazy. I almost bought this game too. I almost made that same mistake as I was going to do with Gotham Knights. Because I'm a huge DC fan.
First Joker dies, now the Batman's unmasked.
But Batman means a whole lot to me, one, personally. Oh, look, they even had one with 13 years ago. You mean to tell me Arkham City looked better? I don't doubt it, but, hold on. I want to make sure I give him a like. But, I'm so glad I was able to get that out of my system. That, the hypocrisy with this, how they make the ladies, this hype to put Harley Quinn like she's the face of DC, this, how they killed the Justice League. It again, just because the title says kill the Justice League does not mean that the whole Justice League have to die. That could just been the mission. Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League. Amanda Waller could have made that the mission. Then they find out, oh, we don't have to kill him. When I saw Wonder Woman in the trailer way back when, And I'm like, okay, she's going to help to find a way to get this system out. You can't tell me in comic book world there's no way the Justice League can get out of that situation. There's no way Batman doesn't have a backup plan. There's nobody in Justice League that you can call to help. There's all them Justice League members that was not shown. Dr. Fate. You can't call nobody. You can't call nobody to ask for help. No, I refuse. John Jones. You can't go. No, I refuse to believe that. And I have to play with characters. No, that makes the Justice League look like idiots. And then the way they knew Kevin Conroy died. And for those who are like, well, they probably made the game before. Well, didn't they delay the game for like a year? You can't. I'm no specialist, but can you not change that? Saying, okay, you know what? We're delaying it already. Let's change this scene. Let's not kill him for Kevin Conroy's honor. Let's have him injured and laying in call Alfred or something to pick him up. Something. Have Martian Manhunter show, because there was only 4 Justice League members in there, right? 4 or 5. There's some more Justice League characters. Anyway, and the insult, dude, my blood was boiling when they said this was in the Arkham universe. No, it's not. It is not. From here on in, that is not in the Arkham universe. Y'all can say in the comments all you want. Don't believe it. The answer is no. Even I believe most of y'all agree with me too on this. There's gonna be trolls that's gonna be trying to disagree in a trolling way. I'm not. If you disagree, that's fine. But some always take it too far. But so I'm whatever with that. But everything. And then the game, do you see it don't even look better than it did 9 years ago. And again, I say this because some people don't listen. I love Harley Quinn. I love Harley Quinn. There's nothing wrong with her. But the way DC is portraying her, they're overboarding it. They're overdoing it. Her character, how she was in Arkham, should be like that. She's a side mission character. There's nothing wrong with making her a main character in the game. Like the TV show is doing well and stuff like that. But, everywhere. Basically, she's everywhere as the face. TV show, games, what was the movies? It's like, come on, man. Come on, bro. So then Birds of Prey. She gets her... DC has been on my nerves for a while, and I might as well just finish up my point here, my rant. DC has been on something that I don't understand. Their movies. They've made 2 Shazam movies. 2. They made Birds of Prey, which wasn't terrible, but it made me question, what is their priorities at? That second Wonder Woman trash, the first one was amazing. Love it. I don't know how you go from that to that. I don't know how you go from Wonder Woman 1 to 2. I have no idea. Black Adam, it was a good movie, but I'm just naming these other ones. They made those movies, and 2 Suicide Squad movies, which, personally, I think the first one was better than the second one. But that's just me. No Ben Affleck Batman. Not one. The most we saw of him outside of Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, by the way, and Batman v Superman. Outside of that, we saw him in a piece of Suicide Squad, which actually helped the movie, in my opinion. As short as it was, that helped the movie. And then in The Flash, which that was a great scene. The suit, kind of weird, but it was a great scene. But it made me want, where are their priorities? They put Zack Snyder to the side, even though the Zack Snyder Justice League made numbers, bro. They don't give him a chance to recuperate with things. From what I heard, allegedly didn't let him handle his business with his family situation when he had to take a break from making the Justice League movie. They was rushing it out, and then we got that Joss Whedon version. And for some reason, DC keeps advertising that instead of the Zack Snyder one, which is 100 times better. Where you let The Rock do Black Adam, which was great, especially the ending when you saw Henry Cavill come back, just to say he's not coming back. You have James Gunn, no hate towards him, but still, this is the problem. You have James Gunn remove the Zack Snyder plan. You don't let Zack Snyder finish his trilogy. He's too dark. Oh my goodness, you don't read DC Comics? Or you just watch WB, and even WB's animated has some dark moments. But oh my goodness, there's some dark moments. Oh, give me a break. And it's like I don't know where the part. Not one Ben Affleck, which was our first Batman animated series type Batman. It was our first one, something I've been dreaming about for years. I like Christian Bale and these other guys, but they're small. Ben Affleck had that animated series, the build, the action, like how he's swinging on, stuff like it. He had more of a science fictional version of Batman. Christian Bale played a Batman where, for the most part, you can see that happening in real life. For the most part, and so does Robert Pattinson did better with the bullet suit and all that stuff. But you know what I mean when I say the fighting style, all that brute strength. He was literally Ben Affleck was Arkham. He was literally that. He was Kevin Conroy's Batman, outside of the Kevin Conroy voice, and not one movie. What is this thing that they DC have against Batman? Shout out to Matt Reeves. He was like, I'm doing my thing. And I respect that because I don't know what these people in offices have against Batman. And then, yeah, but they have these other movies that underperformed for the most part, most of them. And it's like, come on, man. Zack Snyder's Justice League succeeded. And they're still like, nah, we're going to erase it. Hey, Rock, you can have Henry Cavill come back at the end. And by the way, and then later, like not even further past it. Oh, by the way, yeah, we're not going to let that happen. I would be annoyed if I was Henry Cavill. I felt bad for him. You make that announcement, all this other stuff. Brother man don't use social media like that. He goes on social media saying I'm coming back and all that just for them to be like, no, James goes, I'm going to erase everything. When comic book fans, and it's been more than me saying this, comic book fans have said over and over and over and over again, you could have let Zack Snyder finish it and then have Flash do a flashpoint and it starts a new universe, which is James Gunn's universe. It's happened multiple times in comics. It's happened in the cartoons. I mean, speaking of the cartoons, those cartoon movies like these are 100 times better than these live action movies. Go get the whole universe, and they push the line. Because, and I'm talking about push the line in with the comics. You talking about dark? They went dark there, but it worked. Justice League Dark, Apocalyptic War was one of the most gruesome DC movies I've ever seen when it comes to Justice League, but it was right. It was right. DC wasn't always, and even Marvel wasn't always lilies and running in through roses and kid friendly. It wasn't. What do you think villains are going to do like Darkseid if they winning? And Apocalyptic War saw that. What happens if Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are at the mercy of the villain? They're not the Batman, Superman. As much as I love Batman, he's not the smartest. There's universes of other bad guys. As strong as Superman is, there's stronger people out there. This showed you what it looks like if they lose. It was good, but the whole universe, the build up to it, all the characters, it was heartbreaking. You feel it when you heard Captain Marvel, Shazam. He yelled his final Shazam when he was about to lose. When you saw Superboy, when you saw Batgirl, like it was like, whew. But it makes you think. It's like this would actually happen. In the comics, they did stuff like that too. You saw Harley Quinn, she knew it was over, but she still laughed her way out to the end, calling out Joker's name. That was a good moment. But then you see the victory. You saw Superman get back. You saw Batman. You saw the sacrifice Robin had to do. What Raven had to do from Teen Titans. Like it was a good build up. You saw the hero. Spoiler alert: the hero of everything, for the most part, was Raven's father, who, if y'all know, he's a villain, a big villain. But he was the hero, and at the end of it, when a lot of it was destroyed, gone, everything, Constantine, which, by the way, a great addition. I love Constantine in the comics. I was glad they put him in the cartoon universe. But for the Constantine to go to Flash and say, you got to reverse it. You got to. And then for Flash to do the Flashpoint, which then create a whole new universe, Zack Snyder could have done something. James Gunn could have Zack Snyder finish and do something like that. And from what I heard, Zack Snyder had plans to do that, of having Flash reverse, change the universe because Darkseid messed it up so much. Something like that. So, allegedly. But no, we just erased everything. Something that was going well. And I would have loved to see Black Adam versus Henry Cavill. Superman. That would have been amazing. But no, we have two Shazams with no Black Adam in there. No Superman, for real. It's like, I went long enough. I'm sorry. I can go for a while. Yeah, DC need to get their act together. And I am not talking about the movies because I mean the cartoon movie because I'm enjoying them. Like I just watched the Infinite Crisis, that was good. I look forward to part 2 and part 3. Yeah, but gaming, it's crazy that it's been 9 years since Arkham Knight. I've been waiting so patiently. I'm like, okay, this is their money maker. Why are I never understood that with DC. Why are you not focusing on what brings you the bread? Don't you not want to keep your jobs? Batman, do it right. First off, don't just release anything, but do it right. And if you want to explore, do different things like Gotham Knights, that's fine. Don't insult what was that made you money and to do that. If you want to make a Suicide Squad, that's fine. But don't insult what makes you money to do that. And the fan base. Yeah, DC is stop this hypocrisy too with all this. You know, we want to clothe women, but then at the same breath have men half naked. And it's not just the men who are looking at these women that are looking like this. It's women too. Lesbians are straight. They like to look at it as well. Lesbians for the reasons we like the men do, and for the straight women, it's something to aspire by, or just to say they look good. I had a lady literally tell me, she was like, it's crazy that the men characters can look good and the dudes are like, yeah, we look good, but us women have to look at these not good looking ladies because they're so cautious of not making them too pretty or too sexy. She was like, I don't even want to watch it. Like there's TV shows, movies, or games. I don't want to watch that or play that. That is a selling point. In case y'all companies don't know. That's why shout out to Capcom when they did Street Fighter. They know what they was doing with Jury and Cammy. They knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing, and that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. You know, women do the same thing when it comes to men characters. That's how you sell. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. This video went so further than it was supposed to be, but I'm glad I got it out of my system. I'll talk to y'all later.